What's up, VC? What's up, YouTubers, people around the world? This is Bobby who's spitting the truth about records. And today's video will be about the keyboard warrior. You all know about the keyboard warrior if you're a YouTuber. And it also will be about my favorite twofers. For those who don't know what a twofer is basically 2 albums into one package. So you get 2 albums for basically the price of 1. Double your fun. For those who don't watch my show, you know how I like to get down. I like to start things off with the featured record of the day, which happens to be a Bronx Tale soundtrack. Now, the reason why I like this one is because of the variety of music on it. This one, I believe, is still in print. This one has Wilson Pickett's 99.5, Just Won't Do. This one has Aaron Neville's Tell It Like It Is, Hendrix's Watchtower, Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. And the reason why I got this album is for the song I Only Have Eyes for You. But not for the Flamingos version. For the Gary Newwood Quartet. This version you can only get on this soundtrack. Their version of I Only Have Eyes for You is wonderful and is a nice change of pace. Like I said, guys, I still think this one is in print, and when you buy this one, you get a poly-lined inner sleeve. You get blood-pooled vinyl. You get quiet wax, no clicks, no pops, black backgrounds, and you actually get phenomenal sound on this one. Not bad at all, even though it's digitally cut. They did a good job on this one, folks, and if you can still get this one for around $40, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Now, starting things off with the keyboard warrior. Those who just started watching my channel know I'm new to YouTube. I started about a month ago. Now, everyone has their way of dealing with the keyboard warrior. I have mine, maybe you have yours. Let me know what your way is in the comment section. But there are many types of keyboard warrior. There's the keyboard warrior that is so hopped up on Red Bull that he has no time to read the description of your video. He has no time to even watch your video. He just makes a snide comment and lets it go. But had he read the description or watched a little bit more of the video, he'd realize that his comment doesn't hold water. You know who I'm talking about. And there is the most famous type of keyboard warrior. There's the one that has the degree in science, the one that has a degree in medicine, the one that has a degree in making the video that you are making right now. This guy knows everything. And if you try to back down to this guy, he will not. You will be stuck in an hour-long dick measuring contest that will not go away. Now, my way of dealing with this situation is just giving the thumbs up. Thanks for the view. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, and that's it. Let me know in the comment section how you deal with the keyboard warrior. Now, the keyboard warrior always feels safe and cozy in his home where no one can hurt him. He can talk as much shit as possible without the worrying anybody hurting him. These are the internet days. These are the days we live in. It is what it is. We just have to make our videos, focus on you, do your reviews, listen to your records. Don't worry about the keyboard warrior. Now, moving on. My first and favorite twofer is Miles Davis, Steamin' and Workin'. This is off the Prestige label. Now, the reason why I love these guys and girls out there is because where else can you get a copy of Working and Steaming that is guaranteed AAA, all analog, near mint condition, for basically $20? You get both albums, not just one. You get both albums for under like 20 bucks in near mint condition. Now, there are the OJCs in the 80s that are around these. Those are up in the air whether they're exact analog or whether they are or not. But this one is phenomenal sounding. You get Working and Steamin', which is a phenomenal album for those who don't know. You got It Never Entered My Mind. When I Fall in Love, In Our Own Sweet Way, Salt Peanuts. I mean, you've heard Bird's version of that. But this is a wonderful twofer. Prestige in the 70s did a lot of twofers in the jazz area, so if you want to look for more of those, you can find those. Next up, you have seen this record before. This is Stevie Wonder's Talking Book. Stevie Wonder's Music of My Mind. This is the best sounding music of my mind. This is the best sounding talking book. All comes on the Orange Tama Motown. And the reason these are the best sounding talking book and best sounding music of my mind is because you basically get the master tape sound, but the superior German plating and pressing. Because they had the same metalwork, same mastering, George Marino, but you have it pressed in a better place. Next up, Are You Experienced? Jimi Hendrix, Polydor, UK pressing. Jimi Hendrix, Axis Bold as Love. Now these are off the red label Polydor. These are different because this is a quiet type softened version of Axis Bold as Love and Are You Experienced. I actually prefer the $17 Axis Bold as Love and the $17 Are You Experienced that you can pick up in the stores today. But this one is a nice change of pace, as it is smooth, soft, old school analog on wonderful pressing. Quiet. Guys, I played this. This record's probably 40 years old. No clicks, no pops, no nothing. Different style mastering. It's cool. Worth checking out if you can get it for around 25 bucks. You get two of Hendrix's wonderful albums for 25. Come on. Next up, Pink Floyd, A Nice Pair. A Sauce for Our Secrets. The Piper is the Gates and the Dawn. For those of you Syd Barrett fans who want to listen to Pink Floyd before they changed and before he went nuts, this is a cool album to start with. It's a twofer. You get a saucer full of secrets. This is on the Green Harvest label, by the way. This is a US press. This is a little more heavy and a little more like if Pink Floyd were punk, basically. It's a little more, you know, bluesy rock type thing. But I picked this one up at the record store, near mint condition. You get two of Pink Floyd's early albums for around 25 bucks. Nowhere else can you do that. This is a great twofer. Plus, you also get the Piper at the Gates sleeve and the Saucer Full of Secrets that comes with it. Now, next up, Carl and the Passions, So Tough. Beach Boys, Pet Sounds. Now, this is a twofer that everybody talks about when they're talking about the best sounding of Pet Sounds. They're not kidding. I have the Analog Productions and the DCC. This is it. This is the best sounding. It can't be beat. It even says in the damn thing, it says this record was cut by Brian Wilson in mono, just like Brian wanted it. Don't chase the DC. See, do not chase the Analog Productions mono that is getting pricier, or the digitally cut stereo. You want the best pressing of Pet Sounds? Look for the German twofer. I mean, not the German twofer. Look for the US twofer, Carl and the Passions. It's the best sounding. I'm not kidding. Talk around. Everybody will, you know, say it. Sonny Rollins, Saxophone Colossus, and more. Another home run on the Prestige 70s label. Once again, where are you going to get an all analog copy of Saxophone Colossus in near mint condition for like under 20 bucks? You're not. Plus you get more songs. These Prestige series were a home run. Phenomenal. Alright. That about ends my video, but before we get going, I'd like to talk to some of those football fans out there, since tomorrow is opening day. We have the Bills and the Rams. And the Rams are favored at -1. Give me the Bills money line at 105. Also, the next game, we got Ravens versus Jets. The Ravens at -4.5. I like the Ravens to cover. Next up, we got the Saints and the Falcons at -3.5. I like the Saints to cover at 3.5. Who do you like? We got the Patriots and the Dolphins at Miami, -3. I like the Patriots +3. The Browns and Panthers. Browns favored -4.5. I like the Panthers +4.5. You got the Steelers and the Bengals. The Bengals at -6. Give me the Bengals in -6. 49ers and Bears. 49ers favored at -6.5. For me, that game seems like a push. I'm staying away. The Eagles and the Lions. Eagles favored -4. I like the Lions at +4. Next up, you got the Colts and the Texans. Colts favored at -8. Give me the Colts. -8. I think they cover. The Jaguars and the Commanders. The Commanders at -4. No, I am staying away from that game because those are two teams that who knows what they are going to do. Who knows if they even show up to the game. Next up, the Raiders and the Chargers. Chargers are favored by -4. This one's in LA. This is a tough one. But I am going to go with the Raiders at +4. Next up, we got the Packers and Vikings. The Packers are only favored -1.5. Give me the Packers -1.5 all day. Giants and Titans. The Titans are favored -6.5. I'm staying away from that game. I don't like it either. I think the Titans will win, but I don't think they'll cover. Next up, you got the Bucks and the Cowboys. The Bucks are favored at -2.5. Give me the Bucks at -2.5. And Monday night game, Broncos and Seahawks. Broncos are favored -3.5. Broncos will cover. This is Bobby with Spitting the Truth About Records. What lines do you like? Who do you think will cover? Look at the lines, look at the money line. Pause the video and let me know your picks. This is Bobby with Spitting the Truth About Records. Deuces.